I saw a newspaper headline today, Daily Trust. Daily Trust says that protests calm in Southeast as Lagos, Abuja, Kano, others boil. These media guys are trying to set an agenda to victimize the Igbos. Look at the headline, calm in Southeast as Lagos, Abuja, Kano, others boil. What are they trying to insinuate? That the Southeast just have taken itself out of this protest while other states are boiling. They are pushing an agenda. That's how the media push an agenda. They were there when all these protests of a thing, the Igbos were accused of being the sponsors of this protest. They were there when they accused the Obedient and also Peter Obi of being sponsors of the protest, where they were trying to victimize the Igbos. These media guys are there and they are carrying out this agenda building. They call it agenda building. They are pushing an agenda against the Igbos, despite the fact that the Igbos have come out to say that we are not going to be part of this protest. We are not going to be part of this protest. From experience, every little thing that happens, the propaganda machines of the APC are willing to pin it on the Igbos. Look at this protest, what happened during the protest, the violence that happened in the north. Some people have come out to say it is the Igbos that instigated the Northerners, deceived the Northerners into going for protests. I now understand fully when Shore said that the hatred an average Nigerian has for Igbos is in their blood. Why would people just come out and post such a thing just to denigrate the Igbo people? These guys, you should understand, when they say they are not going to be part of the protest, you know that they are being victimized on all fronts. Somebody was pushing an agenda, Igbo must go in Lagos. Igbo shops, businesses were attacked 2 days to the protest in Surulere. You can see the vandalization of Igbo shops. They were trying to pin these protests on Igbo so hard. At the end of the day, they failed. Now you see that Southeast have been calm, not because that people were not willing to come out and protest. And let me tell you something. You need to understand something. Protest is in different forms. The Igbos have been sitting at home as a sign of protest. So don't come out and say that they are not protesting. Probably they are not protesting the way you are protesting. Shehu Sani, a former senator, coming out to say what he's saying shows how the kind of hate Nigerians have for the Igbos. Without any provocation, you are pinning a protest organized. Some of the leaders, Take It Back movement, are Yoruba people. You are pinning that. You are saying the Igbos are the ones sponsoring the protest. Anything Peter Obi says, you just want to pin the protest on an Igbo man. And because of that, not that the Igbos are not suffering in Nigeria, not that they are not, the hardship is not biting them. It's biting them, seriously. It is biting them. It is hitting everybody. The hardship is hitting everybody. But yet, you want to look for a way whereby Igbos will be killed, Igbos will be attacked in Lagos. Those that are pushing this agenda, Igbo must go, they are trying to find a way to create a crisis that will want to make them push Igbos out of Lagos. It is so unfortunate. The Southeast is not protesting. That is point blank. Even though I have issues with what is happening in the Southeast currently, the killings in the Southeast, the unknown government telling people to sit at home, I have issues with that. But if you are a Nigerian and there's no protest in the Southeast, you need to understand that the Southeast have been victimized. The Southeast have been victimized. Somebody was accusing the Southeasterners of instigating the North to go and protest. That is a lame way of thinking. I've seen a lot under this Tinubu's administration. I've seen a lot of mindsets, a lot of mental people driving cars, mental people in government, people that have mental issues, wearing suits and ties, speaking BB grammar. I have seen a lot of people mentally retarded, having mental problems that needs to visit the psychiatric hospital. How will you tell somebody that is reasoning very well that it is the Igbos that instigated the North to go and protest. You forgot what beef the North has with Tinubu. You forgot the reasons why the North want to protest against Tinubu. You forgot how the North called Tinubu a one-term president. Is it the Igbos that instigated the North to call Tinubu a one-term president? The North is angry that the Muslim ticket is not favoring them. They are not being appointed into positions. It is the Southwest that always get those positions. They are angry, and because some of their messiahs have not been inculcated into this government, the likes of El-Rufai and co that have become enemies of Tinubu, they are fighting back. The food crisis, is it the Igbos that instigated the North to cause food crisis in the country? Is it the Igbos? The North always wanted to protest, but some retarded people will come out online and start spewing rubbish. It is safe for the Igbos not to protest at this point in time. Igbos did not vote, in quote, for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He was not their choice, so why would they protest against him? That is what is being said. Ohaneze, the socio-cultural group, have come out to ask Igbos to stay indoors and not come to protest. Because it is crystal clear that if Igbos come out to protest, they will be attacked. They have investments in Lagos. If they come out to protest, that will be an opportunity for hoodlums that have been paid already all over the local government in Lagos to disrupt protests, to enter their shops and destroy their goods and loot their goods. That will be an opportunity for them to do so if they find out that Igbos are part of the protest. Lagos is saying that go to your state and protest. Not even Lagos state government. I know these guys get emotional support from the government, but in reality, how would you have stayed in a place, you live in a place, you pay your taxes in a place, you have been in place for more than 10 years, and that's where you live, and when it's time to collect tax, they collect tax from you, but to participate politically, they are telling you, go to your place. The Lagos state government wants to collect tax, they don't ask you, go to your place and pay tax. They don't tell you, go to your place and pay tax. But they collect tax from your hand. And you think that these people are okay. Saying that Igbos, they are not protesting. You can see every place is boiling. Look at Daily Trust. Look at what Daily Trust is just pushing out to Nigerians. Igbos are not protesting. You that you are writing this report, you know the reasons why Igbos are not protesting. Except you want to set an agenda. You want to begin an agenda. You know some of these Southwesterners, I don't want to use the word Yoruba because these guys don't represent what Yoruba means. Omoluabi. So I'm not using the word Yoruba. Some Southwesterners are pushing an agenda to make sure that they frustrate Igbos in Lagos because I believe Obi floored Tinubu in Lagos, beat him hands down, and they were shocked. So they are trying all they can to demonize Igbos in Lagos, making sure they are frustrated, and also they push them back, probably to the southeast. These people don't know that there are some people, there's a handle on Twitter. I don't want to call the name of the handle. I don't want to make that handle popular. But this handle on Twitter is saying that they are pushing an hashtag, Igbo must go. These lots are uneducated. These lots are not intelligent. These lots are not smart with their posts. They are not smart at all. You are pushing Igbo must go. You are bound by the constitution now. There's a constitution binding you. Are you trying to divide Nigeria just unconstitutionally? You will be arrested and prosecuted according to the law if the government wants to follow the law. I know that some of these officials are seeing this guy. DSS, they are watching this guy doing all these things, and at the end of the day, nothing happens to him. When there is a counter campaign on that hashtag, then you see the police authorities will stand up and show their muzzle. No matter what you're going to do at this point in time, it is wise for the Igbos not to join this protest. They have been saying it a number of times, a lot of times. Igbos are not going to be part of this protest. Under Tinubu, at least, Tinubu should spend 8 years. That is what the Igbos in Lagos are saying. Tinubu, we support Tinubu for 8 years. Don't the Southwest like this? Or is it that they have another agenda? I know if Igbos join this protest, it will be more effective. I know that. And there will be more of activity on the part of the police. The police want to take more action when they know that Igbos are fully involved in the protest. There will be violence, and it's going to lead to hashtag Tinubu must go. But the Igbos have said, we don't want to be part of this protest. Let Tinubu continue ruling Nigeria. We are patient with him and his policies. He's going to rule for 8 years. It is the North that is aggrieved and angered at the policies and at the appointments of Tinubu. Now, Southwesterners want to gaslight Northerners that it is the Igbos that instigated them, that deceived them into going to protests. I know the Northerners are wise, much more wiser politically than that. They are not going to take it, those riffraffs and shenanigans. Their tweets does not matter. When you see them in real life, you understand that these guys, they are just mentally unstable. Although the protests have been marred with violence, which is expected, Boko Haram, I said it the other time, they might want to take advantage of this protest in the north. That is why the federal government is really concerned, because the south, they are civilized people. Nothing like that may happen. But the north is volatile. There must, if there's a protest in the north, there must be violence because of the illiteracy, the lack of education, the ignorance amongst the people. That's why you can see a whole lot of these lootings and destroying. If these people were educated, you won't find that. If the government had educated these people, if the government had invested heavily in education, educating Northerners, you won't find such things. But they intentionally do it. They intentionally impoverish them so that they can rule over them. They can use them anyhow. So it is expected. Now that Boko Haram is getting into the picture, it is unfortunate. But don't blame Igbo for anything. Igbos are not part of the problem that this protest will bring to Nigeria. Igbos are not part of the government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu to a greater extent beyond the constitution. You can see policymakers are from the southwest. Majority of the policymakers are from the southwest. Appointment, advisors. Look at ministries fixing Yorubas at different head of parastatals at different ministries. They are the ones that are piloting the economy. There's nothing that Igbos have. There's no control. So let the Southwesterners, it is their turn. Let them run the government. If the North want to protest, let them protest. If the president is going to assure that the police will not carry out a hatred agenda on the Igbo people, then they will consider coming out to vote, to protest. According to Simon Ekpa, he said that the only protest that the Igbos would join is when you talk about regionalism restructuring. Because I have said it all along that the solution to Nigeria's problem is restructuring. I know the North will work against Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his 8 years. Like I said, I keep on saying it. No power. There's no power that would unseat Tinubu in 2027. Everywhere I go, I tell people, I'm not a supporter of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I don't believe in his abilities. I don't believe in his way of governance. He might want to have good intentions, but you cannot build a building on a faulty foundation. You cannot sow bad and reap good. That's my own philosophy. Some people believe that you can be a whole lot of things and bring progress to people. You cannot be evil and do good things. That's why I don't support Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But I believe he has a capacity to transform Nigeria, but the forces that are working against him will work against him. You can see he's the only president that within 1 year in Nigeria, people have come out for protests. You know why? Because karma is a bitch. Karma is coming back. The things he did while he was in the opposition is coming back at him. No democratically elected president has received this sorts of threats in the first year of his administration. Not Buhari. At least nobody protested during Buhari. It is only Tinubu as a president that people have come out to protest. Igbos are saying, we will not protest. But the Southwest, they are trying to gaslight and play on the minds of the Northerners. They are playing on the mind of the Northerners so that they will support you 2027. You have attacked the Northerners. These Southwest people, aides of the government or whoever they are, or influencers, have attacked the North. And the North, I trust, they don't forget easily. You are trying to use the Igbo to settle your scores with the North. No, face your cross. Face your cross. Carry your cross. Igbos are not going to be part of the protest because it is dangerous for Igbos and their investment all over Nigeria. Any little thing, the envy, hatred on Igbos, you see young men and women who arise from nowhere, from other tribes, who come and start attacking Igbos and their businesses. What is happening in the Southeast is not really from the... I think it is the government that is making sure that people don't come out to protest in the Southeast. When you look at it very well, Hope Uzodinma, after making the statement that Southeastern and Southeast youths don't have any business protesting under Tinubu, all of a sudden we saw unknown government coming out to unleash mayhem on the Nigerian people, on the people in the Southeast. That would tell you who is the sponsor of unknown government in the Southeast. That will reveal to you who is the real guy behind the carnage, the insecurity in the Southeast. Who is the real guy? So with all these things that are happening, before the elections, a day to the protest, I don't know why I'm saying elections, a day to the protest, some people were killed. Unknown government came out to kill people, came out to cause chaos, put fear in the minds of people. They made sure they killed civilians in Imo State. This is a deliberate thing done by some people, powerful politicians, to keep Southeasterners at home. These are the prayers of the APC. This is what the APC wants. The reason why these influencers from the Southwest are gaslighting Igbos, saying Igbos are this, Igbos are the one, they are trying to make sure Igbos are not part of this protest. And they have gone again to start gaslighting Northerners. You know, these guys are known for propaganda and gaslighting and trying to make everybody look bad, wherein they are the ones that are evil. So if an Igbo man joins this protest and you destroy his belongings and you kill him, Igbo man have been asking for justice since Nnamdi Kanu was arrested. Let's just say Nnamdi Kanu was arrested. Every other person have been freed. Mietiala leader have been freed. That kidnapper have been freed. Sonny Igbo have been freed. Just Nnamdi Kanu. And Igbo man sees no reason why he should be part of Nigeria and have built Nigeria and not get justice, fairness, and equity. And yet you want him to come out and protesting. Yet you want him to come out and protest. Igbos have been protesting since time immemorial. They cannot come out now and protest. No this and no peace. If you want to cry, cry tears. If you want to cry, if you want to wail, you can wail. You are welcome to wail. Igbos will not be part of this protest. There's no... We are okay with Tinubu's government because you people decided to vote for him. We are okay with his government. We have been okay since the war. We have overcome most hazards that has been brought on the Igbo people by the Nigerian government. The hunger, the starvation, the deliberate starvation of the Southeast. No government presence, no tangible government presence in the Southeast. A deliberate thing by the Nigerian government. We have survived it. Not to talk of hunger. If an Igbo man is hungry, it doesn't really reflect on his face. They know how to endure situations. So let those that don't know how to endure refuse to endure or go out and protest against the government. The government, at the end of the day, if the Igbos have been protesting, joining others to protest, yet look at the Southeast, the development in the Southeast, they push it to other regions. They push it to the Southwest. So the Southwest have been protesting, the North have been protesting, the South, they are all protesting against bad governance. So you Southwest, you that you are carrying all sort of propaganda news trying to denigrate the Igbos, give Igbos a bad name, make people see Igbos as people that don't care. There's no calm in the Southeast. Sitting at home also is protest. So you journalists at Daily Trust, sitting at home is also protest. You're also protesting by sitting at home. You can't see activity. There are two kinds of protests. It depends on the context. You can't see activity in the Southeast. They are all sitting at home. Others decided to come out and carry placards, but we decided to sit at home. Even at the protests, you see some Igbo people in some other areas because they stay in those areas. So don't come and start. It is a political thing. The APC has a lot of secrets, has a lot of evil things they are doing in the Southeast that will reveal one day. One day, foul nyash will open, and everybody, their face, the veil on their face will be revealed in that Southeast. The APC has a hand in what is happening, the insecurity that is happening in the Southeast. The APC has a hand. Some people are being sponsored. We know those people. In the right time is coming for us to expose these guys. But for now, let them have their field day. So don't blame the Southeasterners. These guys have really suffered for Nigeria.